Hold up, Aggron task? Yes, genetic. Yeah. They exist. Sorry to hear that, Nix, but happy to see you're at least, still kind of on social media. Didn't know these were a thing? Yeah, they're going on the community task server, so yeah. Genetic, there's 5 series. Genetic console is living under a rock, but it's okay. It's not too late, question mark. Actually, I mean, if you're trying to go for a top position in the season, I'd say it's too late, but you can still compete, obviously. You can still participate. Just focusing on Smash. That's fair. Alrighty, so let's get started. So welcome to the task results for Task 3. Task 3 was in the Lake Kingdom. I had a quite an adventure trying to figure out how I wanted to design this task. My first thought was I do not want Plaza to be super OP. So I tried designing the task around that. It didn't work the first time, but after switching around a couple of objectives, I figured it. I figured something out, so it's all good. Anyways, you had to complete 5 of the 8 objectives to finish the task, yada yada. You can pop 2 bubbles. You can enter or exit the glass dome, the dome being either the big dome or the small dome. Collect 2 regionals, spawning a coin from a bush. Any of the bushes can also be the coin stack bush. Flinching 2 mermaids. You were only allowed 1 from the line of 3. Like the line of 3 at the top of the plaza. Capturing a cheap, opening 2 flowers, and starting a timer challenge, music notes, or scarecrow. There was a little bit of interesting synergy that you could do with some of the objectives, and we'll definitely go into that as we see some of the results, or, some of the vids. So let's get started. Where's the folder? There is the folder. So I have your names because I realized that because Eagle has his own quality, it kind of spoils his placement, and I didn't want that. So we have your names this time. I took a picture of the results beforehand, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, in 10th place, we have Saloff with a time of 16.94, earning himself 3 points because that's what last place gets. Let's take a look at Saloff's run. It kind of looks like it was just thrown together because it kind of uses a pretty basic route. Starting at the Odyssey, collect some regionals. The movement's a little unoptimized. He has pretty questionable lines going to each of the mermaids, so understandable that this is the last place submission. It's just not, super clean. I mean, that's not to say that's bad or anything, but, like I said, the lines are just a little bit questionable. And starting the timer challenge mid-run, while it technically can work, it's not the most ideal way to go about it, because you do lose time from the timer challenge being started in the middle of the run. That was meant to be more of one of your last objectives type of things. So, Saloff getting a time of 16.94 in last place, earning himself 3 points. Not too bad. Not bad, I guess. Let's see. What do you mean lag? Come on, dude. Alright, let's... I'm connected to the internet. What do you mean lag? Ugh. Says I'm in the green on OBS, so it shouldn't be lagging. Is it, like, lagging really bad? Like, how much lag is there? It only lags when the video plays? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh, let me just close my browser and Discord just in case. Okay. We'll see what happens now that I closed internet objects. Alright, anyways. Moving on. Ninth place was Pseudonym. Pseudonym had a time of 14.37 and earned himself 9 points. So let's take a look at his run. Starts from the plaza. That's fine. A few people started from the plaza still, so understandable. Hits some mermaids, captures Cheap Cheap, and decides to go that way to get that bubble first, and then pops that bubble. Overall, there's not really anything noticeably wrong with the run. I just think overall maybe this beginning movement definitely could have been faster. He could have done like a roll cancel or something off the top. That would have saved him a decent amount of time. Then at that point it's just optimal fish lines, and I don't really know where else he really lost time. It's hard to say, to be honest. Is it still lagging? Hold on. This is much better? Okay, thank you. I don't know what's freaking happening with my internet nowadays, but it's all good. Anyways, Pseudonym's run was pretty basic. It started from the plaza, collected regionals, exited the dome, captured the Cheap Cheap, popped bubbles. Yeah, I think that was it. And like I said, that was 14.37, and he earned himself 9 points. In 8th place, we have Jigs Guy. Jigs Guy had a time of 13.43. So let's take a look at Jigs Guy's run. He earned himself 13 points. He started from the Odyssey like Sailoff, but has much cleaner movement, like significantly cleaner movement. He decides to start the timer challenge midway through, which, like I said, can lose time. Well, it does lose time, but overall, I'd say this was very clean. Like, the movement was very solid. Like I said, just starting that timer challenge in the middle of the run, just... Not exactly the best decision. But I'd say overall the movement's really clean. He had a really good line over to these music notes, and that allows him to capitalize. I like how he uses the flower to get some height to get up to that first mermaid. That was very, very good idea from Jigs Guy. Anyways, that was the 8th place submission, earning himself 13 points. In 7th place, we have Kill a Dragon? Yeah, Kill a Dragon was 7th. Kill a Dragon had a time of 13.34? Hold on, let me check the thing. I forget. I think it's 13.34. Like I said, I have the picture of it on my phone. Yeah, 13.34. And he earned himself 14 points. So there's a few interesting things about Killay's run that was very unique to the rest of the submissions. So he starts at the Water Plaza Terrace. That won't be the last time we see this checkpoint. But instead of going towards the big dome, he goes towards the small dome. Down throwing the Cheap Cheap and actually using the Cheap Cheap to flinch the second mermaid. I don't know if that actually ends up being faster than just uncapturing the Cheap Cheap and just throwing Cappy at the mermaid. But I just found it really funny how he's just able to just take the Cheap Cheap and just bop the mermaid. It's great. But yeah, that was a pretty clean submission. Let's see, what else is noticeable? The roll cancel there was very nice. Spin throw to hit the flower. Another spin throw. I think maybe long jumping the second time probably wasn't worth it. He probably could have had a cleaner line with just rolling on the donut. But, yeah, overall Achilles' submission was very clean. Very nice, and that earned him 14 points with a time of 13.34. In 6th place, we have Joseph. Joseph earning himself 6th place again. Starting at the Water Plaza Terrace. Might seem pretty similar to Achilles' run at first, but instead he decides to go this way towards the, towards this line of mermaids, and decides to ground pound to this dome to hit the second mermaid. Overall, I'd say this was a pretty solid route. I think his general movement is where it suffers a little bit. Like, it's a little slow here because he takes a very, very wide line when hitting that bush. That definitely lost him a sizable chunk of time. And, like, overall, he just probably could be moving just a little bit quicker. But I'd say overall it's pretty good for what it is. Like I said, flinches one of the mermaids in that line of 3, so yeah, this works. Honestly, I don't have too much to say about this one. It's pretty basic. The lines just aren't very good. That's where this one suffers. Anyways, in 5th place, who was 5th place? Carbon was 5th place with a time of 12.73, earning himself 18 points. Let's take a look at Carbon's run. Wait, how long was which run, Zivler? Oh, 13.24. Yeah. Sorry, I just realized I didn't even say how fast Joseph's run was. It was 13.24. That's my bad. Anyways, talking about Carbon now. Carbon starts from the plaza checkpoint, bops a few mermaids, captures a cheap, and goes for this bubble first instead, which I think is a little more optimal, because he's able to get a much tighter fish line than suited him. And I think the reasoning for this is because that second bubble is inside of a tunnel, so it's not like you can really afford to get a tighter line. So it makes more sense to grab this one first, so that way you're able to get as tight of a line as possible towards that second bubble without losing much time. He just decides to jump at the beginning. Like I said, there's definitely a faster way to do that beginning, but overall I'd say this is a pretty good run besides the beginning. The fish line was very good. And, yeah, he shakes with the cheap to allow him to pop the bubble as early as possible. So, that is Carbon's run. It was 12.73, and he earned 18 points. Is there supposed to be audio? Are you talking about for the runs? No. For the runs, no. But you're supposed to hear me. Anyways, in 4th place, we have Eagle Gamer with the Eagle quality. Eagle had a time of 11.83 and decides to respawn, which I definitely understand that he didn't like at all, because I got so many TMs of him just complaining about the respawn. I'm sorry, dude. Jeez. Anyways, going to the run, he collects the regionals, does a spin throw onto the flower. It's the mermaid underwater. Does a similar thing with Jig's Eye, which allows him to, get some height to hit that second mermaid. He starts at Luigi's Balloon World, which, again, was allowed. Respawning was allowed in this task if you chose to do so. And, yeah. That's, about it. Basically, this variation of this, From the Kingdom was definitely the best one, because it allows you to start the timer challenge last, which meant that Eagle didn't have to wait for an animation. since the timer challenge was his last objective. And that's definitely what solidified this as the best route, like the best run with this route. So congrats to Eagle on 4th place. He earned himself 22 points with a time of 11.83. In 3rd place, we have Zyvler. Zyvler's run was 11.03 seconds, and Zyvler had some game knowledge that I was unaware about when creating this task. So, apparently, you can spawn bubbles from those plants, which allows him to get really, really, really fast bubbles, because he doesn't have to go anywhere near that one in the tunnel. It was sub 11 for sure. I might have to retime. Anyways, I mean, the frame that I was using for the bubble pop was, like, the frame where the bubble, like, how do I explain it? Basically, the frame that I was using for popping bubble time was when, like, the outer circle of the bubble shows the, inner smaller bubbles, essentially. That was the frame I was using, but I can definitely retime this if you say it's sub 11. It was, like, 10.93. Alright. But, yeah. Basically, he had game knowledge that I didn't know about, which, definitely allowed him to get, very fast bubbles. I was not aware of this. He, like, DM'd me, like, the night of posting Task 3, like, hey, you know that you could spawn bubbles from plants, right? And I'm like, wait, why the fuck would I want to know this? And he's like, oh, yeah, because it's good. And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not redoing the task for a 3rd time. So, there you go. I don't know, maybe I should have banned it, but to be honest, why should I ban game knowledge like that? That just doesn't seem right. Anyways, that was 3rd place. Zyvler earned himself 26 points and got a time of 11.03, or whatever the heck Zyvler said it was. In 2nd place, we have Blip. Blip returning in 2nd place again. I feel so bad for Blip. 2 2nd places in a row. He respawns at this pipe. This run is so cool. This is easily my favorite submission. By respawning at the pipe, it allows him to really get close to all of the other objectives without really moving too much. And sure, that meant he couldn't collect the regionals by that one flower by the terrace, but that doesn't really matter, because falling is fast, as we can tell. By spin throwing those regionals in the plaza, Blip is able to not only, continuously fall, but it also allows him to flinch the mermaid as soon as Mario lands. So that is incredibly, incredibly fast, the way it's done. This was 10.47 seconds, and earned 2nd place with 29 points. Well done, Blip. And in 1st place, this exclamation point. Who is the exclamation point? Do you guys want to guess who the exclamation point is? I didn't want to reveal who it was. Fuck got first then. Let's just say that, G4 might have returned to do one task. Yeah. G4 was like, yeah, I want to do one task. And so he did. And the first time I saw this movement, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? What is this? What is this? It's so fast. Anyways, this was 10.4 seconds. But paused by 2 frames. I felt so bad. Wait, who won? You did, silly. Oh my god. Anyways, what can I say about G4's run? Like, this run was so hot. Like, you got a spin through a roll cancel, you got a really good line collecting the coins, the spin drill into the dome. That was basically the solidifying factor that made this the fastest run, I feel. Because, like, the rest of the movements, you know, kind of just, yeah, it's good lines and it's fast. But then that spin drill, just, man, dude, it's so clean. You think Blip got one regional? Wait, really? Did he, like, actually? Fuck. Oh, I hope not. I wouldn't invalidate this. I'd probably just give it, like, a 0.2 penalty or something. Oh my god, it did! Blip, no! No, Blip! Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to give him a 0.2 penalty, which probably means he's only earning like 28 or 27 points. Ah, Blip. Oh, what happened, dude? How did I miss that? I watched the clip like 5 times. How did I miss that? Oh, that's upsetting. Okay, so I'm gonna give Blip a 0.2 penalty. So his new time with that penalty is 10.67. Sorry for missing that, guys. Oh, Blip. What happened, dude? I mean, I missed it, so it's like, I guess it's understandable. Anyways, let's go back to looking at G4's run. It's so clean. Seriously, this run's so good. G4, how do you do it, man? Maybe Eagle also only got one, but we can't tell because Eagle mode. I mean, I could look at the coin counter. Assuming he doesn't have 9999 coins. Bro, we're just re-verifying everyone's right. Yeah, he got two. He got two. Wow, dude. What the fuck? Oh, dude. I feel like extra bad for Blip now because... Okay, well, actually, I guess that's fine because if he did end up getting first, he probably would have ended up getting second due to that penalty. Oh, Blip. What happened? Anyways, that's it for this task. If you want to participate in this series, I did just post task 4 literally yesterday. It is in the Cascade Kingdom. Let me actually go full screen on this shit. Task 4 is in the Cascade Kingdom. You can complete 5 of these 10 objectives. You can capture a Chain Chomp, ride the Spark Pylon, there's only one, start a timer challenge, Scarecrow or Notes like last time, enter a body of water. I don't know what my mind was thinking because there's only one Spark Pylon, there's also only one body of water, so that should be enter the body of water, but whatever. Mario must be in the swimming animation. Collect 2 regionals, breaking 2 rocks, standing on 2 unique fossilized objects. I have a picture of the tweet of the fossilized objects that you can stand on. You just need to stand on 2 of the 4. Not the Spark Pylon. Anything but the Spark Pylon. Collecting 15 coins. These 15 coins can be collected in any way you want. Please try and make sure you have less than 9985 coins, otherwise I will be very, very mad at you. If not, give you a penalty, or maybe even invalidate your run if it's literally that hard to tell. Talk to an NPC or sign, or enter a pipe. Can be any gray or green pipe, which is irrelevant, because I am also allowing the Odyssey pipe now. Okay, so that's about it for this task results stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And I hope you participate in Task 4.